if you struggle to take the back from turtle and you just can't get your hooks in, let's look at this one little detail. We're gonna start in a situation where my partner has a single leg. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a whizzer with my right hand, and my left hand's gonna post on Max's shoulder. I'm gonna step my left foot and sprawl to break the grip, and now my left hand's gonna cross face, and as I walk my right hand over, I connect my hands in a seatbelt grip. I like this seatbelt grip for multiple reasons. One being, I think it's the easiest way to take the back. As I walk slightly to my right, I just now punch my left knee through the space between Max's knee and his elbow, and I'm gonna fall to my left shoulder. 1, 2, to put both hooks in, okay? So again, our first attack here, this way, I whizzer, look how I step my left foot, and I sprawl to break the grip. Now my left hand's gonna cross face, I make my seat belt, I lock my hands on a seatbelt grip, guys. I always like to lock my hands here. I prefer not to go hand to hand, palm to palm or 10 finger because this is just too big of a circle. I want to pull this nice and tight here. Now, as I walk to my right, I just punch my left knee in between this space. As I punch the knee, all I need is for my knee to clear the line of his hip. So as I punch this left knee, I'm going to rotate you here. Keep going. As I punch my left knee, look how my knee is inside the line of Max's hip. What this allows me to do is now kick my left foot in, bottom hook, top hook follows. The bottom hook is much more important than this top hook. So when I go to take the back from the seat belt, here I punch the left knee, I make sure it's in front of the hip. And now it's an easy thing to kick that left foot in and follow with the right, okay? But you have some opponents that are very good at staying tight and not allowing you to cover that hip. And for me, this is why I like the seat belt. I think that the seat belt, the analogy I use all the time is the seat belt grip in Jiu-Jitsu is kind of like the seat belt in your car. Okay, if you slam on the brakes in your car, your seat belt locks, and it doesn't really unlock until you come off the brake and you reset it. It's the same way here. When I lock my seat belt on Max, even if I switch my hips and I can't get the hooks in, I don't unlock the seat belt. Right now I have no lower body control. I only have this upper body. It's the only thing saving me. If I let go of this and I start to look to choke or whatever, just spin over the top, yeah, come out. He's escaping. So what I like to do in this situation, I keep my hands locked. And now, watch what I'm going to do with my feet. I'm going to scissor my legs, and I'm going to start pointing my belly button to the floor. At the same time, rotate, I'm going to move my arms like you would move a chain. So I'm not going to disconnect the chain. I scissor my legs, and see how my lock is in front of Max's chin? I just slide the chain behind his neck. My hands are still locked. And now, getting up on my toes, I walk back into top side control. But I'm not done here. My left hand's gonna gather this top wrist, and my right hand takes it too. So I get a double wrist lock on top. I'm gonna step my right foot over Max's belly. I'm gonna slide my left knee high and chair sit to the back. So I end up on the back again. I have a body lock this time with a double wrist lock from a failed back attempt. So again, we come here starting on the single. I step, whizzer, sprawl. As I cross face and walk behind, I lock my hands. I punch this knee through. Boom! Max brings his knees tight to his chest. Watch how I scissor my legs. 1, and I move the chain. 2. Now I have to walk all the way up. I make my chest like a barricade behind his back to make sure he can't go flat to the floor. Now my left hand's gonna grab the wrist. My right hand grabs my wrist. I keep this tight. If you're new and you don't really like to attack the back, maybe it's just not your favorite place to be, you can stop here. No problem staying on top. I prefer to chase the back. So I like to step my right foot in the space. Look how my right foot is up by Max's belly. I keep my hands connected here, and I'm gonna put my chest on Max's back. Now, I'm gonna slide my left knee high, and I'm gonna sit to my left hip. From here, I do an upright row, and as I row up, I sit to my right hip. I never go back flat. I'm here, I go left hip, upright row, right hip. And what this allows me to do is fall with hooks in, high hooks. If I have long legs, figure 4. If you don't have long legs, high hooks. If that's still a problem, shallow hooks is fine as well. But you finish on the back with the double wrist lock. And again, just a point that I always try to tell my students, don't unlock your seatbelt grip until you've secured the back. I like to have full control, hooks in and my hands locked. Once I score my points, once I have the control, then I start looking for the finish. Guys, if you like that technique and you want to see more concept-driven techniques like that, you can check out our online curriculum at coreprobjj.com. I think it's a really good way for students to progress a little bit faster from a stress-free environment of your own home. You can check it out free for 7 days right here.